Hello and welcome. This video will cover patching your ESM and installing the ESM Administrator application. To complete this task, you will need an SFTP client, like WinSCP, an SSH client, like PuTTY, and a Windows system with network access to your ESM. You will also need the most recent patch file for the specific version of your ESM. For this example, I will be patching an 11.3.2 ENM ELM with hotfix 2. Please make sure you read the installation instructions for the specific hotfix and system for your environment, as the process may be different. Once you have everything you need, the first step is to get the patch file onto the system. For that, I'll be using WinSCP. I've already got it logged in here. On the left is my Windows system, and on the right is the ENM ELM. All I've got to do is move the patch file over to the root directory of the ENM ELM. This is the default directory for WinSCP when logging in, so you shouldn't have to change that. Once the upload is complete, we'll be moving on to PuTTY. I've got two PuTTY sessions open here. The one on the left is for running commands, and the one on the right is for tailing var log messages. The second PuTTY window is optional, but can help keep track of things while services are stopping and starting. By running ls-l here, I've confirmed that the patch has indeed uploaded to the system, so we are ready to begin. The process we'll be doing is stopping the services, applying the patch, then starting the services back up. Keep in mind, I'm doing this on a test system. Live systems can take much longer to shut down, depending on the specifics of the deployment. As a general rule of thumb, the larger and busier an environment is, the longer it will take to stop and start the services. To begin, we are going to run the command service cp service stop to stop the front-end services of the ESM. On my test system here, this should complete in less than a minute, but on live systems, this could take up to 30 minutes. You'll know the command has finished when the command prompt has returned. You'll also see the message stopping ESS service OK in the logs, like right there. If this takes longer than 30 minutes, you can contact McAfee support and we'll help to make sure the service isn't stuck. On a single ESM server, we'd be moving on to the patching step at this point. But since I'm running a combo box, I'm going to have to stop the receiver services for this patch as well, because the patch also applies to the receiver. For that, the command is nitro stop --nod. And this will stop the receiver related services. This one may take a little bit longer to stop on my test system. And on a live system, it should take around the same as CP service, not much more than 30 minutes. If you suspect this service is stuck as well, go ahead and give us a call and we can take a look. After the services are stopped, we'll be applying the patch. First, we'll check for the patch file again by running ls-l. And now we're going to unzip the patch file. Remember, the exact command for this may differ depending on the version that you're running and what patch you're applying. But for this system, it will be tar-xvf and then the name of the patch file, which I've copied and pasted into the command. This will unzip the patch file, and now we can apply the patch by running perl patch.pl. This will apply the patch and clean itself up after it's done. There we go. Once it's done, all we have to do is restart the services on the box. On the combo box, it's best to start with the receiver services, which is nitro start. This will start the receiver services going on in the background. As you can see, the command prompt is already returned to us, which means it's a good time for us to start CP service. Service CP service start. Once the command prompt returns here, we should be good to log on to the ESM and install the administrator app. To download the app, you'll need to make sure your browser cache is cleared and that Flash is blocked. Next, we'll log into the ESM as normal. As you can see, the HTML5 view isn't altered. We still have access to it even with Flash being blocked. However, if we try to navigate to a part of the UI that runs Flash, we'll be redirected to this screen right here, where we can download the ESM Administrator app. Click Download, save the file, and when it is done, install it as an administrator. When the application is finished installing, we can use it to connect to the ESM and the parts of the UI that were inaccessible with Flash being blocked. Here you can see it's installed on the desktop. Now we have to put in the IP address of the ESM. And you'll see this screen come up. This basically means that we don't have a valid SSL certificate. If you see this, it's completely fine to dismiss. It will not prevent you from accessing your ESM. So as you can see, this launches an application that looks very, very similar to what it's like when you connect normally to the ESM. You log in the same way as you would before. And this gives you access to all of the same things that you would have using a web browser, except that even with Flash blocked on your web browser, the admin app will allow you to navigate the Flash parts of the UI. And there you go. That covers patching and installing the ESM Admin app. Thanks for watching.